Hey yo, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name's Norma. This is my channel. And we are going to be watching these clean with me's that I recorded but never put in any videos or anything. And they are so cool that I wanted to use them. So I figured today we would do a clean with me life update situation. So you can watch me clean. How satisfying. Look how wonderfully my little ghetto apartment kitchen gets cleaned up, and other parts of my little ghetto apartment. But anywho, let's get right into it. So basically, since I've been gone, the babies have gotten older, cuter, more fun, more stressful, more exhausting, more all the things. But I love my kids, and I'm just figuring things out as we go along. That's how it goes when you're a mom, and that's okay. Anyways, that's what's been going on. Recently, unfortunately, we lost my father-in-law. That's been tough on everyone, needless to say. Really hard time. I don't want to dwell too much on the video. I don't know. I'm not really like a share private, super intimate things. Like, I'll talk about things people can relate to, and I guess I'm sure there are people out there who can relate to losing people, but it was hard for me because it was my first. I'll talk about myself because I guess that's what I mean is I don't want to talk about other people's intimate things that they're going through. And so obviously my in-laws, that whole family, they lost him. I lost him too. He's my father-in-law. He has been for 8 years. So it was hard for me, and like I said, it was my first like real loss. Like, I've never really lost like a close friend or a close family member. Like, my grandpa on my dad's side passed, but I literally didn't know that man. So yeah, that didn't, you get what I'm saying. So it was my first real loss, so it was really weird to deal with. I came back to work, was like super short fuse for those 2 days that I was back, because right after that it was like our spring break, so I didn't have to go back to work after that for a week or so. Anywho, yeah, so that kind of dealing with all of that, helping with the preparations, going to the funeral, making sure my girls were dealing okay, because they are 4 and 6, so they do remember him. They do, like, they were going to be aware of the missing presents. My oldest hasn't really reacted all that differently. Like, I haven't seen anything. I did watch very closely for any emotions, but I think she mostly understood what happened. My middle child, she's 4, and I think she dealt with like a small bit of like medical anxiety. So I noticed that if I would mention like, her grandma was going to the doctor, or I had a doctor's appointment, or, she had a cold and we should take her to the doctor, anything like that, she would be like, like, are they okay? Like, is it the doctor, Papa? What? Like, she doesn't fully understand what happened. So yeah, there was some anxiety of like, what's going on. I remember one day we went to my mother-in-law's house, her grandma, and to drop off Carter, and she had like one of those like sleep nose bandages things. And she was like, when we left, she was like, what's wrong with Gaga? And you could see like the freak out a little bit that was happening in the brain, but explained it to her. She was fine afterwards. And it kind of dwindled down. Hasn't happened as much. But yeah, that really is kind of the biggest part of the update. This is a short video. It's just short little footage. And I wanted to come back, but I knew I wanted to kind of update you guys on my life. We are dealing with some health things with my mother-in-law that I've been helping with. And again, not my business to tell, but I do want to mention it because for myself, life has been really tough, and I'm sure there's people out there who can relate. Cameron right now is currently overseas playing in Mexico. He actually ended up getting a job, so he's been gone since like February. He came back, obviously, after what happened, and then returned over there. But yeah, it's been really hard because it's literally just me now. His mom was like my main source of help. My friend's daughter is incredible and always helps with her, but she is 17 and was 16 before. She's a child, she's a kid, and I'm not gonna put that responsibility on her. That's a little bit crazy, don't you think? But I feel like I'm talking fast and rambling, but yeah, so like she does help me, but I try to like save her for when I absolutely need someone, like, oh, I absolutely have to get this done. And so I call her because, like I said, not going to overutilize her. So I don't want to call her just to do something normal and then end up needing her but can't use her or something like that, if that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, those are the biggest main updates in my life. It's felt weird to post throughout those things and what was happening. And then of course I was going through my typical like not knowing how to post on this channel. It's so hard because I'm like, my life isn't interesting, or like, you know, my house is a mess, I'm not gonna film in it, or feeling like I have to have the perfect setup. But actually this has been really fun, like putting these together, adding the music, like getting the flow right was really cool. And watching through this video before I did the voiceover, I was obsessed. I was like, this is actually so good. So there might be more content like this. I do want to kind of document things I'm doing to change life. You know, obviously we learned a lot through Dad's passing, and so I'm definitely working really hard to alter things. I'm gonna be starting this software engineering like training course situation soon, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. But I'm gonna keep you updated. Just kind of wanted to give you what's been happening, right? So moving forward, we'll keep it up. I hope you enjoyed. Like the video if you did. Comment down below your thoughts on this style, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.